was asked to be the defense minister of another country, which indicates what
you know what's amazing?
Amazing.
Is the interest of okay, forget the napkin, right? You say you've been raped, the napkin. If we want to cut labor costs, because if someone puts another, if we take it down, someone will put another one up there. Well, you know, I mean, it's your job. I mean, that's like saying we're not going to remove trash because someone else will put it there. Well, then you just let the trash build up. Then, I mean, you know, and that's basically what you do. So you just trash our unit, right? So, alright, given that, now I don't sit around and stand here and say, oh, you know what, do this and this and that and that. Something like that. But there's really nowhere to go, you know what I mean? There's nowhere to go in the sense of like, dude, I don't want. There's nobody to hang with out here. There's nobody to be around right here. I don't even hang with relatives. There's a morsel of solace, and that's it. That's in the past. But that's only when you're reaching, because like you have nobody to turn to and stuff like that. If that's the case at all. And then you know, and the whole idea is like, you know, even if you do, you was like, what are you gonna say at 44 years old to someone who's like maybe 18 and be like, I got tickets to the Nas concert, you know what I mean? And you don't really say that, you know, or say that even 23, you know. I'm a little too, I'm not really into going to your student union, you know, because people there are 18, you know what I mean? And so, like, you know what I mean? And stuff like that, you know, or like, you know, so there's no reassignment. It says that Biden's going to reshuffle the top or something like that, right? This is what I heard earlier. So I said, okay, well, I'm not gonna watch TV, even though in the morning it said, don't watch the news today. You know what I mean? And it's cool because I took a break because I've been at it since December. You know what I mean? I've been doing this since December. This, you forget, like, amnesia was like yesterday. You know what I mean? Amnesia was yesterday. After YouTube inserted the idea of like, yeah, this is what we're doing. This is what you should do, and a total frack of what it is. I'm not gonna pump myself up because of Lauren Ingram and then just like get blown down by some old frack. Be like, that's changing goalpost, dude. I mean, I'm even gonna let you do it because you know what I'm saying, because it's an antagonist to what it is, and it invites like that kind of like that. But for real, if I slept all day today and I don't really go out, you know, man, at night, if I used to talk to like Halim or something like that, and I don't see a Halim around here now, and they're not a Halim to talk about like say politics or whatnot, then you know maybe it's I'm not near Midtown, I'm not near I Street or what Capitol, not I Street, you know what I mean? But I'm not near Mid Capitol or something like that, where it's like you talk to somebody who has a little bit of wisdom or knowledge or whatnot, you know what I mean? Because they're like, oh, you can't talk to him, you can't talk to him. I'm like, what? I don't think, dude, I mean, you know, I mean, if I'm a client, then I must be the president, if that's the case, you know what I'm saying? Stay at our brunch meeting, then whatever. You know, if I had the wherewithal to get my feet together to actually, you know, avoid feeding my pets and stuff and do this stuff, then I would have made it outside, you know what I mean, with both of my dogs and stuff like that. But you know, it's you know, it's been since December, and it's been the first day off since then. You know, if I didn't spend $1, oops. You know what I mean? If I had $13 to my name, oops. You know what I mean? These are things that are kind of like out of my control almost. You know what I mean? And so, you know. So to be in a situation where it's like, yeah, go out, like, you know what I mean? Dude, I'm not gonna go bowling when you hear about for cracking skulls and whatnot. You're not gonna go out and you're not just gonna talk to some random person who's just been divorced twice or just got divorced and like, yeah, well, what's going on? And I'm like, nothing much, you know what I mean? You know, it's just, this is the life I live, you know what I mean? So I can do this all day long because I got a whole win for this that I've been sitting up here on this. And now, sure, yeah, whatever. You know what I mean? It's something like that. Pete's abilities are one of the best food systems on this planet. And I'm just kidding. Whatever. So what do you call it? So left looking for new scandals, something you're talking about. What you're talking about, like that. Oh, you know, is a glaze over my eye to think to try to invite you to an idea of a new scandal, because basically it means no compensation for me, no reparations. I can't say that. No compensation for me. I mean, and I feel like a dumbass, like just saying this because, like, look, you know, it's February, like I was talking to my friend or something like that, and like, you know, napkins be on the thing, and like, you know, and they be like, oh, you know, pass it, but whatever, you know what I mean? It's like, dude, it's a constant drilling, and like, you know what I'm saying? You just done the drill with the frack, and like, oh yeah, you could do this. You could actually go in my work history and why. I mean, you don't want to do that. What the fuck is the point about doing that? I mean, what is they want to entertain? I get a glaze on my eyes just thinking about like the idea of like entertaining such an idea. It's like, oh, you know what? Well, let me pick your mind, your big brain about it. While you watch a repulsive movie like Green Lantern and be like. You know what I mean? This is crap, dude. What he said on Chris Hardball. You know what I mean? And Gene is nowhere near Chris Hardball. She looks like Chris Hardball. But you know what I mean? She's nowhere near Chris Hardball. But you know what? Well, it's been 4 years and he's gotten old. You know what I mean? And so, you know, and so, I don't really know what he's been getting old. It makes me something about Chris Hardball. I don't know. I never feel understand. Basically, to be honest with you, I'm a little cabbage about the whole thing because, like, you know what I mean? I'm just like arthritis about the whole thing because, like, to be honest with you, the only thing is like, oh, you know, you wake up to be like the Secret Service just paid trillions of dollars. So what are you trying to say? If people around here get paid fried chicken or something like that, well, I mean, what is the correlation, dude? I mean, you know, was it feel special about that? I mean, what is the point? I mean, you know, this thing. So, and getting away from that arbitrarily, what you could say is nothing. I'm wanting to entertain an idea. Every time you'd be like, oh shit, what about this song? Look, yesterday, you can't just be like catching me and be like yesterday, you know what I mean? Like, oh, that wasn't a thing. Dude, that is a thing that, like, will always relive itself when it happens and every time, in a sense. You know what I mean? If it isn't for you, then you can look at your fucking post cameras and stuff like that, and you can look on my face and see that it's what he called it, and that's great. You can see the look on my face, like, look, it's reliving the same thing over and over again, and you know, I might be lacking some parts of my life, but you know, that's not to say, oh, I want to take him back, I want to do that, I want to do that. When, like, dude, there was a distant second to, like, anchors on CNN and Fox, right? I mean, there would be a distant second, so I mean, it wouldn't be that much of a distance if it was like, okay, so I'm not going to say something stupid funny, but, I mean, if it's kicking into the weekend and, like, I have to load up before the weekend, or what do you call it, before I see Monday, I'm like, man, that's dumb, dude. You know what I'm saying? I have no shirt on. Like, yeah, that's fine. So, well, what? So I don't feel like putting on a shirt. You know what I mean? Well, okay. But it was a problem.
Well, we try to questions.
I feel sorry for Schiff, man, because, you know, they make his head bigger behind the shit, you know, and something like that, and, you know, he's getting fried behind the idea, and, like, but he has his, what do you call it, he has his support and stuff like that, and he Nadler and all that, and, you know, and stuff like that. You don't want to see a guy get bullied and stuff like that, you know, because, you know, the sneaky, all of a sudden get sneaked, you know what I mean? So, I mean, you know, and so, yeah, the abruptness, though, that shit, like, fucking, that's just, I mean, I'm not saying I'm a social butterfly, dude, because I'm more a greaser, I guess you could say, but, like, this kind of bull, dude, the way antisocial, the hypocrisy of antisocial, the nerve of antisocial saying a person is antisocial. I'm like, dude, you're antisocial saying, I mean, you know what I mean? If these people, the antisocial, let that sink in, then they say, dude, first of all, you know what I mean, you need meds, maybe. Second of all, and you know what I mean, that's first things first. So after that, that's a prerequisite to, like, anything you do.